Hello, everyone, and welcome back to round two, part two of the 2022 Wyoming Classic. Alongside me for commentary, I have no other than Patrick McMahon, my father, and my girlfriend, Ratana Meekham. What we saw on the front nine was some more of the windiest day ever. It was a struggle out there. We had Maverick. He started at, I don't know, I believe plus 8 for the day.
Plus 8. I believe he was minus. I thought he was. Yeah, these were the beginning scores to start the round. At the beginning of the day, after 9 holes, Jaime, I think, is around plus.
Jaime.
See, I did it again. Oh my gosh. 3 times and I strike out.
He's used to it. It's okay. He's always complaining how people mess up.
He's got to put a little thing over the top of the J.
An umlaut?
Something that's silent to silence it.
But the leader at this point is Brooks. Brooks Mischel.
He's -1 after 9 holes.
Yeah, he's playing very well in the wind. And now we're moving on to hole 10, par 3, 252 feet. And if I'm not mistaken, is this one of the holes?
Whoa.
You have a story. When you played the Shoot the Breeze.
Yeah, and Shoot the Breeze tournament, my doubles partner aced the hole before this, and then he threw this shot and aced this hole also. So he had 2 aces in a row.
Back to back.
Back-to-back aces.
That's what we all long for.
4-stroke swing.
What?
Oh my goodness. That is the shot I've never seen ever. It is rolling
Where is it going?
backwards.
Come on, Dale, you got to give us a replay of that. I don't even know what happened.
It flipped over, hit the sidewalk, and rolled completely behind. Did he re-tee
Did it
on
hit,
that?
did it
He
hit the sign?
abandoned and throw.
That should go viral.
It should.
I've never seen anything like it.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that when we're done with this commentary. I need to ask Jaime about that throw.
Yeah, I'm. He's gonna just say that wasn't Jaime. That was Jamie who threw that.
It definitely wasn't Hime.
You ask him about hole 10.
Who was that? Jaime, Hime, or Jamie?
That shot. I want to see it again so bad right now.
We'll come back. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Did that sit? At least he stayed safe.
So I'm sure all the viewers out here know what it's like to play in the wind, but to play in Cheyenne wind when it is gusting up there is almost impossible golf. And that was just a great putt. That's the save double bogey. That could have been a triple bogey.
Is Chicago really that windy? It's the windy city, right?
Chicago's very windy. Well, everywhere it's very
But
windy.
I feel like Cheyenne is next level.
Yeah, I mean, they closed the highway down. It gets so windy going up to Cheyenne. But that's the risk you take when you play this tournament, because it's pretty expected.
If it's windy like that, I wonder if you get a wagon and put like sails on it and then just let the wind blow you.
You definitely could.
You can.
That's what they call high plains drifting.
Sounds fun.
Actually, I don't know if that's what it's called. Hole 11 is par 3, 268 feet. And let's see what kind of wind they have on this endeavor.
This is usually another hole where you're like counting on getting a birdie.
This one's a tough one to get a birdie, if I recall.
Yeah, but a good shot can get you a birdie. It's 268 feet.
Water directly
There's
behind the
water
pin.
behind it. Oh, that's a good shot.
So close yet so far away.
You almost want to just attack this basket, and then if you go out of bounds, you can drop it in. But he went behind the tree there, so that's going to be a very difficult par save.
What do you do to keep morale high in a round like this?
Well, this is the second round of the day, right? Mm-hmm. So they're over almost 30 holes into this tournament. It's got to be wearing on them, and it's tiring and frustrating. And when you come out to play a tournament, you want to play your best. You just want to get your good shots and make some putts. And in this, it's, you're missing short putts. You have to lay up when you get close, and you have birdie opportunities. And that's a great par. There's water behind that. That was a very good putt, because that could have easily got away and went in the water. That basket looks a little
That was a
low.
great birdie.
Great
from Matt.
putt by Maverick. Much needed birdie at this point of the round.
The Maverick is figuring out ways to get birdies out here, and that's why he has a second place standings right now, and a couple more birdies and a couple mistakes by Brooks, and he can get right back in this. But Brooks is playing steady golf and doing what he needs to do to manage the wind.
Hole 12, par 3, 242 feet. This green is sandwiched between a lake and the creek that, unfortunately,
This is going to be a tough,
become all too familiar with.
a tough hole in this wind, because you have the creek, and then I think the lake's right behind it, right?
Exactly.
So you almost want to lay up and then pitch it up. Like this, that's great.
Oh,
And the wind that they're
look
navigating
at his
is
pants.
he's gonna fly away.
They're shaking.
Oh, stop.
Oh, I think he's safe.
That's a good shot because he's past the basket and he'll have a tailwind putt.
And I think he was safe.
Oh no.
What? Nothing's easy. See, now for this, if he puts. Yeah, I just thought that was going to be very difficult to navigate that.
And Jaime has an opportunity for birdie, but it is obstructed. Oh, so close.
Yeah, that's a frustrating.
Tough hole by Mac.
And Brooks had a birdie opportunity, just did a safe putt, did not make it, but had the easy drop in for the par, and he still gained a few strokes on the card, and he's got a 6-stroke lead right now.
He's really playing his landing zones right now and doing it very effectively. Hole 13, par 3, 314 feet. This is going to be a more wide open hyzer, but straight into a headwind. Or my apologies, I don't believe I've played this pin location.
No, this is a different. I think in the past they used to throw it over the water. I remember losing my frenzy in that water.
There's no water. It's a big
There's
open.
a lake to the left right there. We used to throw over that water. We had to throw over the water, and the basket was on that Unless I'm mistaking it from a different course.
I think it's the previous hole you're thinking.
Because I remember throwing a disc into that water.
Maybe a combined hole?
You would go up to the top.
My apologies. We're having a conversation about the past at the moment. But
some of you may remember.
This is
leave in the comments if you remember there being a hole.
This is casual commentary. Oh my goodness.
Guys, there's been some crazy plays when that disc just pops up off the ground and the wind gets it. There's no telling.
You should have seen round one.
Yeah, like your dad should have watched the first round.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch round one.
No, round one was insane with
really?
whatever.
Was it worse?
It was worse.
It was a more exposed course.
Yeah, so make sure you go back and watch round one if you haven't.
Subscribe to Shy Ride and make sure you like this video and comment for the YouTube algorithm. Let's get Shy Ride to 1,000 subscribers. He deserves it.
Shout out to Dale. He's been doing this for years. Always out serving the community and getting great shots and great footage of Cheyenne disc golf.
And he also dyes disc.
Yes, sweet dyes.
It's a jack of all trades in the disc golf world.
And he works at Discmania.
Discmania. Living the disc golf dream.
He's old school, man.
He actually is. I played my first ever disc golf tournament with Dale Ryden, and it was Dale's first event ever. So, cool little fact there. Going all the way back to 2008. Hook the Chinook in Boulder, Colorado.
What we're trying to say is, we love you, Dale.
Thanks for supporting Park City. Thanks for buying some shirts.
All right. Moving on to hole number 14, par 3, 254 feet. Working back towards the parking lot now. Dog leg to the right. Forehand or turnover backhand or just a plain old hyzer.
Basket looks like it's
And once
low to the
again,
right.
there's a creek. Pretty close to the basket.
And it's not dry.
The creek is definitely not
This
dry.
is wet creek.
These guys wish the creek was dry. They'd save some strokes if that was the case.
Yeah, I remember throwing this shot and having to make that putt from there with the water behind it. This
looks
is
good.
looking good.
Stalling.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, normally a great shot, but today it's an awesome shot, but it's such a difficult putt right
Still a lot of work left to be done. This is an ace run.
What is happening?
now. Oh, my
It
boom.
looked like it was going to go into
He
the
threw,
basket.
he
There
threw
was
the
like-
boomerang.
There was like a force right in front of it that just kept it from going forward.
Oh,
no.
Where is this going?
Gosh, how many of us have done that before? Many times. That,
Needs to sit.
I was going to say that was,
We might be on this hole for a while.
It is still
man,
going?
it just lands so close to the basket, then it just goes. These guys have to,
Oh
at this point in the round, these guys are probably just laughing about this now because this is just bizarre.
no! No!
Just ridiculous. And Brooks, see, he's just putting so
We-
well. That almost went in. It stays there.
Is it? What is it?
Is that a replay or is that happening again?
That's happening again. That's
Oh, stay. He had to.
you,
Wow.
gone with the wind. And when we're laughing, we're not laughing at them. We're laughing with them. We
We're laughing-
sympathize with their pain
But
because
we're also crying on the inside because we know exactly how that feels.
I mean, it's shocking what's
all,
happening
all,
right now.
all these guys deserve to go home, take a nice hot bath, and have a big bowl of chicken noodle soup because their soul needs it. After
And at this
round.
point, Brooks is still at +8. Today, when this round started, Everybody was
He's
at
at
plus
even.
8.
Brooks even for the
There
run.
was 3 plus 8s and a plus 9. So all the other guys, he is out shooting everybody by 8 or 9 strokes this round. He is having a phenomenal round in the wind.
Hole 15, par 3, 265 feet. Another hole that we can see by the water and probably see some rollaways. And
That's a good shot.
throwing it into the high grass, a very good technique because the high grass is going to block the wind from picking it up. I know that's what he was going for.
Oh, that's a good shot.
too.
There's a birdie opportunity right there.
And Jaime going with the high grass technique. What?
Oh, stay out of the water. It's coming back.
This is like Jaime shot from earlier where I just want to keep coming backwards.
He hit a rock in the middle of the fairway, kicked the disc up to blow backwards. That looks like he's throwing the tilt.
Mm-hmm.
He needs a tilt or a splice.
One of my high hypotheses is how would a tilt upside down handle in the wind? Because the tilt flies very good upside down normally, but if you were to throw it into the wind, there's no airspace underneath it for wind to take it. So I think in conditions like this, 40, 50 mile per hour, it could be a very beneficial tool to have.
Oh, and Brooks had another birdie opportunity.
That would be a cool video to do, is how to navigate in the wind and what disc would be good.
Brooks has had a lot of birdie opportunities, and he's throwing good putts. He's hitting the basket, and it's staying. He's putting nicely with the nose down, and he's really in a pretty good rhythm right now, where the rest of these guys just can't seem to get a rhythm because their disc is flipping up and rolling behind them.
Their disc is dancing to a different
and
beat.
it's just the way it's going.
And Brooke is now winning by a long shot. And we're on to hole 16, par 3, 250 feet. A simple hyzer, if you will, but we know how that's been going.
Well, he's by the tree. I think the basket's. I think he's pretty close.
And Brooks putting a move on a forehand. And
Wow.
that might have been the icing on the cake.
Wow.
I think he has been icing the cake for quite a while now, but that might be the cherry on top.
I mean, that's going to be a drop in and put him at 1 under par for the round. And the rest of these guys have some very difficult putts. And in reality, they really need Brooks to take like a very large number to get back into this. And the way Brooks is playing right now, I don't think he's going to allow that to happen.
But if there's a day for it, it's today.
Seems like everyone did a good approach shot.
That was a very good layup right there.
It was a great birdie.
And Brooks is back to being under par for the round.
CTP.
Very impressive.
Some pretty good shooting, Brooks.
Hole 17, par 3, 421 feet. My dad is talking about one of the worst shots he's ever thrown back at the Shoot the Breeze. He wasn't sure on what a thumber grip or a tomahawk grip was, and
I threw it in the trees, and I was trying to get out, and I thought I was facing the basket, but I was facing the out of bounds, and I thought I was throwing a tomahawk, but I threw a thumber, and I threw it directly out of bounds to the
straight out of bounds.
Not even towards the basket. There was a lot more leaves on the trees then. I think we were playing in the fall.
Spring or fall. Mac putting it in the middle of the fairway. Jaime sawing it off left.
Seems like Mav's going for the hyzer route.
And
in the fairway.
These skips are just tripping me out. How they just jump up.
Oh, look at the wind blowing now. It is gone.
Oh my God.
Oh, I might have spoke too soon. Brooks is going to have a... I mean, if you're not within 40 or 50 feet of the basket, this is almost an impossible upshot.
Dangerous.
If you par this right now, you're gaining 20 strokes on the field.
That was a great kick out because that would have been in the woods.
In words of my dad, if you par this, you're gaining 20 strokes on the field.
Threw it into the woods.
Now let's see what Brooks can do. If a bogey would be a good score on this hole right now for him.
Wait, did he throw it into it? I thought he was out.
See, I was in there and I threw it directly out of bounds. He's having
back to him.
So he's I spoke too soon. He's going to have a difficult bogey save here. But he got a nice. But that putt's going to be very difficult in this.
He will be putting back into with a tailwind, I believe, though.
Let's see if Brooks can get up and down here and see. Just great golf. I mean, what else can you do in that?
This is psychological warfare.
It's all about becoming one with the wind.
That's a great par from
And
Maverick.
today, I think Brooks has mastered that and got a feel for it. And was throwing the disc at the right angles and didn't try anything too crazy. And let's see if he can get this in.
No.
I spoke too soon. See, I must have really jinxed him.
Abandoned throw. That's unfortunate. Such a short putt.
That was the commentator jinx. I'm sorry, Brooks. That was not.
And
that's my fault.
That's the first time.
But it already happened, so I don't think it's my fault. But the way that wind was blowing there, a bogey wasn't bad, but a double bogey, but heck,
still a great score.
Lead.
But I'm sure he is frustrated on that because he's played such a clean round to this point.
And he got it very close in that. The abandoned throw, you have to add an extra stroke on it too. So.
Yeah, but it's a good technique depending on,
especially with the wind blowing like that.
And now for a final hole.
Oh, this is a fun hole.
Hole 18, par 3, 387 feet, and I think the disc golf gods are rewarding these guys with a tailwind because Mav's opting for a thumber.
This is a very difficult hole to play in this because you have that creek that's running through it, so you have to land on the other side of the creek.
And that was turned over. I'm not sure if that came back to the right or not. And that is yanked over. And that got seriously slapped down, I believe. But it came back.
It's rolling.
Brooks shouldn't be too far away. Roll a little bit closer.
He got a good roll.
And did that touch the cage?
I don't know. I think it skipped a little bit away.
Maverick's bag just about got blown over.
Mac for par. So if he can finish this off strong. And he does. That's real good.
It's a great par. Seems intriguing for the best.
A par probably feels really good at this point. Another
And
par.
Another par.
Another good par.
Potentially a star par to finish the round.
No commentator jinx. Oh, and a good par. One more.
One more.
What's the yellow disc? There we go.
And a star par to finish out the
I think
event.
that might have been the first star par of the round.
And Brooks with the +2, very good shooting. And Mac +9, Maverick +10, and Jaime +12.
Yeah, it's impressive shooting. Brooks only had one tough hole, and look at the leaderboard we have. Brooks in first place with Ryan Foose, my old battle buddy.
Congratulations to Brooks for taking down the tournament. And congratulations to everybody for toughing out such a tough day on the disc golf course. It looked fun in a weird kind of way, but I'm glad I wasn't there. But thank you to Dale and Missy at Shy Ride for having us do commentary. We enjoyed it, and I want to remind you guys to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you for the next one. Thank you too for sitting alongside me for commentary.
See you guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.